Well, we've a treat in store for you come March 20th as we'll be showing Laurent Canté's Cannes Palme d'Or winning film, The Class, which finally gets a release in UK cinemas. The film is set in an inner city school in Paris and basically tells a story of the relationship between the teacher and the pupils who are in the kind of 13 to 14 age group. Now, if that sounds dull, I can tell you absolutely it isn't. The film is remarkable. It's very tense, it's funny, it's edge of your seat at times, and it's way better than really it has any right to be. I saw the screening in Cannes, and the kids, there must have been about 20 odd of them there, were all there, and I left after 12 minutes of standing ovation, so that's the measure of how the film was received there. But sometimes Cannes standing ovations can be deceptive, but in this case it really wasn't. Thoroughly deserved, and a film you really must see. March the 6th sees the release of The Young Victoria, which tells the story, unsurprisingly, of the young Queen Victoria and her relationship with Prince Albert. Strangely enough, it's a story that's never really been told, neither on television or in film, so it's high time it was told. It's written by Julian Fellowes, who wrote Gosford Park, amongst other things, and brilliantly written, it would have to be said. While period dramas such as this aren't exactly my personal cup of tea, I really enjoyed the film. It's worth watching for no other reason than some of the fabulous cameo roles from a whole roster of great British character actors, and I mean it's a marvel to look at as well. March the 6th sees the release of a new Danish film called Flame and Citron, which tells the little-told story of two famous in Denmark, I'm advised, two resistance fighters in World War II Copenhagen. It's an intriguing drama, and it stars a Danish actor who's in about seemingly all Danish films that make it to the UK, Mads Mikkelsen. And while I haven't been drinking with him, I have with Ture Lindhardt, who plays Flame, and the director Ole Christian Madsen, and they're a lovely pair of fellows, so come along and see their film. March the 13th sees, we'll be screening a film called Anvil, the story of Anvil, which tells the story of a band called Anvil, who are deemed to have been the sort of heavy metal band that no one can really explain why they didn't make it. It's a documentary, and it plays very much like a real life This Is Spinal Tap, and some of it has to be seen to be believed. It's a very funny film. March the 27th, we have Wendy and Lucy, which is the follow-up film from Kelly Reichardt, who some of you might remember a few years ago made the film, a lovely little film called Old Joy. And like that film, this is a must-see for any of you fans of resonant, independent US cinema at its very best. It tells a story of a girl and her dog, and not only lovers of good independent American cinema will like this, but dog lovers as well. The Good, the Bad and the Weird is, believe it or not, a Korean take on The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, and it's a riot of colour and action, pure cinema. It has to be seen to be believed. We've a new initiative starting in March, which we're calling Made in Edinburgh. We've got together with a few organisations and a few producers around the city The organisations being Inspiring Capital and Edinburgh Film Focus, which is the organisation that sorts out locations for people wanting to make films or television or whatever around the city. And basically what we will be doing is showcasing the work of films that were made here or made by people who live here. And it all kicks off in March with a screening of Restless Natives, which was shot here some 20-something years ago. And we'll also be putting out an invite to all those who might have appeared as, we've tracked down quite a few already, all those who might have appeared as extras in the film, to come along and relive their past glories. Also in March we have a full retrospective from Stanley Kubrick. I'm quite excited about this. You have to get permission from the Kubrick estate to show all these films, and they have willingly done so. Another thing to get excited about is we'll be showing 2001: A Space in an absolutely mint 70mm print, so I'm personally very much looking forward to that. We'll also be showing his 2 short films that he made before he started making feature films. Also, we have a short season of contemporary Japanese cinema we're calling reality fiction. We do a season of Japanese cinema around this time every year, and the topic always changes. This year it's films that take real occurrences as their backdrop. And something I haven't mentioned yet is a film called Age of Stupid, which comes out on March the 20th, but I'll not say anything about that. I'll leave that to my activist chum, Simon Bateson.
Hi, I'm Simon Bateson. I'm the coordinator of the Take One Action Festival here at Filmhouse, and we're really excited to be programming a whole range of events around the release of a brand new film, The Age of Stupid, directed by Franny Armstrong and starring Pete Postlethwaite. It's going to be one of the highlight documentaries of the year about climate change, and it really brings to life what we're facing in terms of climate change. The film is about a guy living in 2055, in a world which has seen the results of human inaction on climate change for decades, and it's really a fable about what we're facing if we don't take tough action to deal with the environmental challenges that we're facing at the moment. It's a comic film with sharp animation, insightful documentary going from India to New Orleans. It takes in the political challenges and the social challenges in a way that no film about this subject has so far. It's a brilliant film, and I'd urge you to come and see it for its own sake, but also we're doing a range of really exciting events here at Filmhouse to give audiences the chance to learn more about the issues in a local context, and to think about what you can do if you feel challenged and inspired by this film here in Scotland. So coinciding with the film's release here at Filmhouse, we've got a host of really exciting events in cinema after screenings. Some of the highlights for me on the opening night, Friday the 20th of March, Lizzie Gillett, the film's producer, will be here to take questions and explain why the film was made and how you can use it here in Scotland with your school, church, community group, campaign group, to educate people about what's going on through this year and make a real difference. We've also got on Saturday 21st the Not Stupid Awards, where we'll be awarding to individuals and organisations here in Scotland those people who are being really not stupid, who are really taking a lead on action against climate change in creative and positive ways. And we may even have a couple of stupid awards in there for people who are holding things up as well. And then on Tuesday 24th, another highlight is we're going to be having a Q&A with MSPs from the Scottish Climate Change Committee in Filmhouse. Your chance to put questions to them and ask what they're doing with the Scottish Climate Change Bill, how they can make it stronger, and how you can support that action in your own community. In addition to that, we're going to be looking at climate change through this film from loads of different angles, talking about energy in Scotland, transport in Scotland, how climate change is impacting on developing countries right now. We'll also be looking at the role of the media, for good or bad, in the climate change debate. So loads and loads of stuff for people from coming at this from different perspectives for the first time, to get involved, to see the film, be inspired, and then go on and hopefully take positive action in response to this film. So I hope we can see you in a cinema March 20th to March 26th.